All right, hello and welcome to the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 2. Tonight we enter the semi-finals. We got a best of three between top 5 and Pretty Boy Swag, soon to be known as E-Hug. I'm Healy Umbrella, and with me here is Pimp Muckle. Should have learned how to say that correctly.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfectly fine. It's pretty hard. It's a German.
Nice.
It's a German.
Was that right?
Name? Yeah, I mean in German it would be like Pimp Mucke, which is a bit different, but for an English-speaking guy, you did pretty damn well.
Well, I speak German. I was just trying to read it.
Well, German pronunciation would be perfect, but it's alright. And I mean, we're here for some good Dota and some stupid names, which I thought of like 10 years ago.
There we go. Well, we've got, wow, the banning phase is gone already. So top 5, they ban out some greedy and also some split-pushing heroes, the Nature's Prophet, as well as the Alchemist Go, and then Visage and Bristle, two popular heroes right now, taken out immediately by Swag.
Yeah. And this is, I mean, Bristleback is very annoying to play against. He's an offlaner usually, but he can be so incredibly annoying just in those teamfights, spamming his stuff. He's so tanky all day long, just being a nuisance. And well, it's good to get rid of. If you're having the first pick as well, you can pick up something like a Clockwork or a Timbersaw and be pretty damn set for your offlane already in this very early stage.
Yeah, and then also that really strong support that's still on the board right now, the Crystal Maiden. So they might just elect to pick that first. That's what I've been seeing a lot of here casting in the Canada Cup and also in the CEVO playoffs recently.
Also, I have to note, I'm not that familiar with the North American scene, so I might just have some bad input in the draft. So I usually just commentate Southeast Asian stuff, and well, gonna see how that goes. And
well, there you go.
Chen first pick is very interesting for me, at least. I'm pumped.
That's a little more Southeast Asian, more so than North American, despite Pretty Boy Swag picking up the Chen first, which is one of my favorite heroes. So I am also pretty pumped.
We're gonna see how that goes. One thing to note, of course, if Pretty Boy Swag runs a Chen, they can't really go aggressive trialing, so there's a possibility for top 5 to draft very aggressively, go aggressive trialing, shut down the carry of Pretty Boy Swag, in case PBS actually picks up something very hard carry-ish, which top 5 wants to shut down early on. And well, we're gonna see how that goes, but well, now they're on the pick, and they're taking their bonus time already, so... Oh, there it is. Just called it. Crystal Main Clockwork.
But yeah,
so
the two heroes we both mentioned, they get scooped up.
So we're good. Alright.
We're doing our job.
Yeah, not looking too stupid out there, so that's good at least.
Yeah, like you said though, picking up the Chen, he's going to be in the jungle. Likely it's going to be two heroes in that safe lane, so aggressive trialing can shut it down. And then you also, I mean, Midas Gaming, sure that's fallen off a bit. Crystal Maiden, her Frostbite will stun the neutral creeps for 10 seconds, and Doom is also pretty popular, so you pick up a Doom, and then suddenly Chen has no creep.
Yeah, just a second while I fix sound levels in-game. It was a bit low, because I recently changed some audio stuff and some sound cards around, so... please chat, let me know if the sound levels actually are good now. It sounds okay, but I'm not sure if it's actually getting routed through the stream right. Alright, so Nyx Assassin being banned out. Ah, wow, some of these very annoying heroes to play against.
Yeah, and not to flame anybody, but our sound levels couldn't possibly be worse than the D2L's sound level. I think we're good.
Yeah, that
and
was...
I am flaming somebody, so I don't know why I even prefaced it with that.
It was, to be honest, it's very hard to produce a live event, and I know some of those guys there, and I don't know, it's very hard to have these limited machines which you usually don't use in your own studio. You don't have the same microphones, you don't have a compressor usually with you, or it's not like the same compressor you use, and it's so hard. Damn, that's...
Indeed. Caster problems right there.
Yeah, also production is insane. I'm glad I don't have to do it in the studio and with all that fancy stuff, and just being here, you know, doing some stuff from home, being fancy, being quite hot in here. I've got my milk, my hot chocolate and stuff, and I'm pretty good to go. Right, so looking at the game now actually while I'm brabbling away. Dragon Knight, interesting. Do you have any input on that?
Radiant team pick.
I think it's a really stable mid. It can push the lane pretty hard. He's, I don't know, he's not the hardest hero to gank because he doesn't have an escape, but he's tanky later on. If the game goes late, he's very high armor, he's durable, the cleave, great for pushing. Safe hero, I think. And I would like to note that Swag did ban out that Doom because that Devour can pretty much shut down a Chen, especially Doom likely to get a Midas and Devour. Chen creep gone with one hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very good point. It reminds me of a lifestealer who just infests one creep, Midas is the other creep, and there's just one Chen creep left out of 3.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Also, is Enchantress actually banned out? Because that's always very interesting to see. If top 5 decides to pick up an Enchantress and there's those creep bows going on, like Holy Persuasion and Enchant and Holy Persuade back, and then suddenly the creeps have like 2k HP. It's pretty cool to see, and they could very well do that actually.
Yeah, it gets a little confusing when those two heroes are on opposite teams. I don't think I've ever seen them on the same team, but, you know, things could happen, I guess. But we got top 5. Actually, the Luna pick was there, and Timbersaw, of course, everyone's seen it. I don't know if we really talked about it. Likely to be, I guess, I mean, he's got the potential to go safe lane. He can go mid, and of course he can off lane as well. And then they pick up the Luna there third. So now with the Chen, with the Luna, they do have some strong early game push to push out their safe lane, which is where they will likely start off their laning phase. So Luna, good pick, good ultimate as well, but of course squishy early, not too hard to kill, and then Disruptor going to be picked up there 4th by top 5.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff, and we saw in the D2L finals it was, I mean, that was insane Disruptor plays from DD, just getting like 3 guys in the kinetic field and a static storm ultimate right on top of it, and just doing stuff. Also, FY played a very mean Disruptor as well, so...
Just doing stuff.
Yeah. Like, seriously, Disruptor
I don't know. There was such a delay between, what was it, Fnatic and Vichy Gaming going from game 1 to game 2. I fell asleep in my chair and missed everything else.
Yeah, I know I came back from a party and was like, yeah, let's go for Fnatic and Vichy, and somehow FY, he impressed the hell out of me, and I think it was the second game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it actually was, because Fnatic came back, but still, FY, he tried everything in his power just to get his guys back into the game, and those, like, 3 and 4 man connect fields were insane, but somehow, some way, just Fnatic farmed up some BKBs, and well, then you've got a big problem as Disruptor, and this is also one thing we have to keep in mind.
Unless you get that Ags.
Yeah, exactly, but you have to farm it up, and it's kinda hard, actually.
I mean, it almost makes putting Disruptor mid viable, because then he's expected to get some items. You pull out that Ags, and then it's an AoE Doom, essentially. Well, sort of. But it is quite good, very, very strong. Bigger radius, and of course the no items. But likely just going to be a support here with the Crystal Maiden, and then we've got the second support pickup also for Pretty Boy Swag. They pick up that Rubik 4th. So a pretty defensive hero to put with that Luna, while Chen is up to his own devices in the early game.
Well, if top 5 actually decides to pick up a very aggressive carry, they could very well just go aggressive trialing against the Luna, and Luna isn't the greatest of the laners. Yes, she has great damage, and she has some nice control with the Luna Beam, but it's not that much. It's subpar against some other carries, and if you go aggressive trialing, you can shut down that carry. But we're gonna see how that goes, because it's always a risk. If Chen gets some creeps up, helps out the lane in ganks and gets 2 or 3 kills, you're gonna lose the tri-lane, and Luna will have farm, everyone else will have farm, and... Ooh, so this is interesting, a Pugna. Tri-lane Pugna?
Potentially top 5, it's a team. Again, so you're not too familiar with the North American scene. Not that they're that known here either, but I've cast them a lot in various small tournaments. They like to do some interesting things, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Dragon Knight. Maybe Dragon Knight solo safe, Pugna still mid. I mean, you have Clockwork on the Dire. You kind of want to put him in the off lane. So we'll see. I would expect Pugna mid, DK safe, Clockwork off is what I'm calling. And then we've got a Ryu Boru's Pudge as that last pick.
So that's something. Wow, I didn't see Pudge in a long time.
Pretty sure it's his most played hero on his Dota profile, but then again, that's the majority of people, so...
Yeah, he's such a pub hero, but still we saw what some guys like Dandy can do with it, and also in the Southeast Asian scene, actually, Ohio picks it up quite a bit in the offlane, actually. So we're gonna see how that goes. Pudge, not the strongest laner, but against the... wait a second. Do you have any information of top 5 mid laners who's actually facing mid against
It's Fly. Fly will be playing the Pugna, he'll be going in the mid lane.
Alright, so it's gonna be very hard.
He's good, he's a versatile mid player too.
Yeah. Alright.
And I forgot DK as well as, who was the other Chinese character name? Disruptor. I think it's like, one of them is Live and one... War, Fight, or something, but we can just call them whatever.
We just go by Dragon Knight and Disruptor, I guess?
Yeah, that's probably what we're going to have to do for this. At one point, I did know their name. Unfortunately, forgot them.
Alright, so just going very quickly ahead, it's Oh, there was a patch, so we shouldn't DC. Alright, so just introducing the players. I'll go ahead and take top 5 because it sounds pretty cool. We have Emrek, Gnor Emrek, which I have no idea how to pronounce that on the clockwork, so you might have to help me out.
I was calling him Nor, like a silent
Nor.
G, sorta. We
Right.
have silent letters in English, you obviously speak English, so you probably are aware of this, and it's very stupid.
Yeah, well, alright, so we have Nor.
But this is a
on the offlane
Chinese team,
clockwork.
so I have yeah.
So we have Nor on the offlane clockwork. Yes, Shanks handling the Crisp main, heading into the offlane. We have the Dragon Knight being played by some Chinese guy, looking pretty fancy here. Disruptor being held by the other Chinese guy, looking pretty fancy as well. And of course Fly handling the mid lane Pugna.
Yes. And then over to the Radiant, we've got Pretty Boy Swag, soon to be known as E-Hug Pandago, playing my favorite hero, and also my favorite, he retweeted me, going into the jungle. In the bottom lane, we've got Demise, a really strong carry from the NEL scene, playing that Luna. I'm a Sheep Sucks, supporting hard on the Rubik. It's going to take us over to the mid lane. Ryu Boruz will be there in his most played hero, Pudge. And then what do we got? The off lane, it will be Cakes on that Timbersaw.
30 seconds to battle.
You know, looks like actually top 5 just heading into the enemy jungle. So they're just getting those wards down, and actually this ward is pretty nice here. You're blocking this
Blocks
camp,
the camp, yeah.
and it's very annoying to play against. And you also have Rune Vision, so that's a great ward. Looks like they're spotting it out, and they should know something's up there. But we also saw some wards like here, in the bushes right there, so it's kind of hard to counter ward. So we're gonna see if Pandago actually finds the ward. Oh, and he finds it, so big win already. And it's gonna spawn at 30
Yeah,
seconds.
nicely done. Yeah, I was expecting he might not figure it out until the 1 minute came around, where he would get the 1 minute spawn, but good sense. Saw them invading. Did they see them invading? I'm not sure, but once his camp, maybe expecting a magic bush as well. I think that would have spotted that out as for blocking those creep. And wow, 2 D wards. That's big with only 1 set now.
Yeah. Damn, this is insane. This is pretty much early game rotations galore coming out from PBS if they want to do it. They can gank mid if they want it. And if Reburst just gets a hook in, well, Dragon Knight is gonna take a fall. He's pretty tanky, but well, what you gonna do if there's still some big rotations coming in?
Yeah, anyone rotates, Dragon Knight should be dead. Dragon Knight can push the lane pretty fast with his Breathe Fire, though, once he gets level 2, level 3, or rank 2, rank 3, maybe the better way to say it. Because, you know, of course Ryu is going to be pushing it out with Rot as he attempts to get last hits with it.
Mm-hmm. He also Reburst actually dropping quite low, but he's, well, no problem. He's got a self up there, and he's gonna be pretty fine. In the meantime, Cake's actually getting a lot of experience on top lane, so...
Yeah, what is their top lane? They've actually elected to put Shanks way deep in the jungle. He's just stacking and jungling, trying to hit level 2, and something you can do with Crystal Maiden, get your early level 2 off the map, and then gank. It's powerful, that's why she's popular, but we've got a smoke gank from Pandago and I'm a Sheep coming in, looking to take out this Dragon Knight.
Oh, and that's exactly what we just said earlier. It's gonna be pretty hard. Ryu Burris now just doing his stuff with the rod, and it's gonna be a very easy hook. Actually, he's going so slow. Wow, what a nice lift coming up from I'm Sheep Sykes into the hook. Very easy first blood for Ryu Burris. Even taking a bit of damage, but he's gonna be fine. He's got his bottle. Close.
Oh,
wow!
That rocket from Clock, though.
Oh, that was close. What, dude?
That kind of made me a little nervous with I'm a Sheep Sucks breaking the smoke, running over the high ground, but I guess the slow from Rot, I mean, he got in range for the pickup, that's all they needed to set up the hook, and it was nice. Well done. And that's the first blood.
And of course you're not going for the boots first, so the rod is actually just slowing you down so much. So Rubik, easy time, just getting his telekinesis up, and perfect hook coming up from Ryu Boris into the hook target, into the telekinesis target.
Well, on that first blood, did you notice the 2 casters that are casting together, I believe in German, both picked up items off that?
Oh yeah,
They're
they
cheating.
did. Wow, what? Why didn't I get an item? I'm German too.
Oh,
Hello.
mid lane.
Oh.
Some more action. Hook over, and then the Satyr's there with the Hadoken. Not enough, though, to
So
bring
close.
down the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, now 285 movement speed is just 5 short to the Dragon Knight, so he didn't catch up actually. And DD Rune is also deployed, so he heads like a truck. Easy lane now coming out from Pudge, but still, Dragon Knight is actually on 11 for 1, just spamming that Breathe Fire with a bottle. So he's actually quite fine. Interesting to note, both offlaners are actually getting a lot of levels.
Yeah, their Clockwork, I think, has a pretty big impact as soon as he hits level 6. More so level 7, so you can max out Battery Assault. Will he have a bigger impact than Timbersaw, though? It's hard to say. They both can do a lot. So
speaking of
I don't
impact
know.
on the
They
bottom
both have
lane,
hooks.
Demise actually getting initiated. A very nice clockwork play here. He's very fast and he's actually picking up the kill against the safe lane Luna. Wow, what a play coming out from Nor.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice lane. I mean, Luna's really, really squishy. So if you do lock her in, and he is, of course, maxing battery assault, 3 points in it now, it's pretty much a kill if you lock her in. And he knows Rubik wasn't there. He was ganking up with Pandago quite a bit in the mid lane, so taking advantage of that. Very nicely done.
He also leads experience now from the neutrals, and this is pretty cool offlane play here coming out from Nor. Just doing every little bit, and also getting a kill on the carry is just absolute crazy. Yeah, you don't
It's
see
the
it
highest
at
level
all.
in the game right now.
Yeah, that's insane. So, well, he did a job, and he's looking for a very quick level 6, and after that, well, you're gonna have a bad time in those lanes.
Yeah, definitely. He'll be able to sort of walk around and wait in the shadows of where he thinks Ryu Boris' Pudge is going to be lurking. So as soon as Pudge does find somebody, then Clockwork comes in to save the day, and that might pretty much diminish the effect of having a
Cake's now
Pudge.
getting also initiated. Sorry to cut you off, but there's a glimpse back. There's a big Pugna blast just dropping him right there. So now finally someone dying, and well, it's gonna be actually Timbersaw. So this is not the same offlane play going the way. But it's still alright, and you kind of needed the kill on the Timbersaw just because he can snowball way harder than a Clockwork can. Because he's all just dealing AoE damage all around. Ooh, now on the bottom lane. Oh, Norm might be in a bit of trouble. No, Demise doesn't have his mana up, so he's fine.
He's also not level 6, so he's lacking that big ultimate Eclipse, which is one thing you can use to not be killed by Clockwork later on, once the Luna is level 6. If you can cast it, Battery Assault sometimes won't let it go off. And then up top, I think, no, they're going to fall back.
Yeah, also attempted Clockwork Cogs onto the Luna again, but it's alright for the time being. Oh, speaking of Clockworks, speaking of Timbersaw, of offlaners, I mean, still Cake's taking a lot of just suppression from this top lane, and wow, look at the tower, 400 HP right now.
Yeah, Cakes just dings over to level 5, whereas Clockwork is already 6.5, so Cakes is a little bit behind. Still a capable hero, definitely a capable player if the speed gaming at Pretty Boy Swag game was any indication of Cakes' ability, but we'll see what he can do. Clockwork, I think, maybe gonna have a bit more of a...
Oh, so close. If Dragon Knight would have had...
He's out of mana for that long-range stun, too.
Yeah, now he's got a spot up, and he's got 1k in the bank. Oh, actually top lane. Oh, Shanks. Shanks is gonna go down here. Yeah, what a nice Hadouken coming out. So, ooh, 1 for 1, pretty much, wasn't it? No, actually 2 kills going the way of Pretty Boy Swag. I'm sorry, I completely misjudged that. Right there. Oh, bottom lane, Luna could be in a lot of trouble. Hook being deployed by the Clockwork. Does it? No, not yet. Ooh,
I mean, he knows that Rubik is on the way back to base at the moment, so as soon as Demise sticks his head out, he could die, and that's why Demise has just nestled himself up in those trees.
Yeah.
Can't be seen at all. The supports are even rotating down as well to just put pressure on Luna. If you shut down Luna early, it's gonna diminish her pushing in the mid game, of course, and she's gonna have to go maybe to catch-up mode, farming the jungle or something like that, where they can get Fly free farming top. Once he gets his mech, they'll just group up, start pushing down some towers, and hopefully for top 5, winning the fights against a level 6, rank 1 ultimate Luna.
Oh, speaking of Luna, she's wrapping around. She's trying to somehow get out of this gang, smoking coming out. Shanks now just dropping his frostbite. Wow, what a nice Eclipse here, actually. Maybe she can get a counter kill. Shanks dropping very low. He's getting the kill there. What a nice stuff there. Just right clicks doing the thing. Oh, what a nice hook now. Actually, Glimpse. Oh no, Glimpse working against them, and Demise just bottling up right now with the healing self, and he's gonna be fine. Nor now on the way back. Ooh, I'm Sheep Sucks. He's going in. He's lifting him back, and Nor still kind of fine. He's pretty tanky. He's gonna be fine, I assume. Yep, looks like.
Yeah, there's the cogs. He's away. Demise, it was close. He was at like 99 mana. Had he Power Treads swapped to Intel, he might have been able to get the Lucent Beam for the kill on Disruptor and picked up 2 supports, but he gets 1 and he doesn't die, so I'm sure he's happy enough with that as they mount the push.
Cakes. Wow, so close. 23 HP. Action all around the map. Man, this is some action-packed gaming here.
Yeah, I mean, already 6 kills in, I guess, 8 minutes? I don't know, not too bad. But in the bottom lane tower, of course, in trouble. Top as well, about to go down for Pretty Boy Swag.
Ooh, but Boris, he wants to have a hook. Nope, looks like he missed it earlier, so he's fine for the time being. Denying the tower.
Yeah, he just missed it.
So that's actually quite huge.
Like nice trade, a tower, and then denying one of your own there.
Ooh, what a nice hook onto Fly! And Fly's gonna get dropped right there. He's trying to channel his ultimate. Wow, he's filling up so fast! And the hook to save him! What a play!
Wow. That was the most clutch life drain I think I've ever seen. He was on like 20 HP the entire time. But, that's the problem with having one stun versus Pugna.
Wow, that was so close. Sato Tormentor did a shockwave and Fly just ran out. That was... man. Such a sick play here from Fly, and looks like I'm Sheepsax is trying to de-ward something. It's not finding any wards. So no luck in this counter-warding term right now. But well, they got enough like wards in this pre-1 minute phase, so they should be great.
Yeah, speaking of wards, actually, I mean, Pretty Boy Swag has one there on the bottom rune spot, and as of right now, we've got top 5 playing completely blind. Trying to find who does have the wards. Disruptor has one.
But it's getting counter-warded again because they just saw him placing it. If they actually noticed, which they should be. Because, well, here's the ward, and you can just see what's going on there.
Yeah, so if they do, they know it's warded if they want to venture back down. Let's see, I'm a Sheep Sucks. He's smoking up now, along with Pandago, but he does have one more sentry, so they could potentially de-ward that and keep the enemy team blind for, I mean, 4 to 6 minutes. I'm not sure exactly what their ward timer's on right now, but...
Also to the guys asking in chat, it's not Fnatic Fly. It's another Fly.
Yeah, it is not Fnatic Fly.
Although he's... Oh, I actually don't think he's still in the US right now, so... Yeah, not possible.
Could be partying in Vegas, I don't know.
Yeah, could be pulling an Aki and just throwing all his TI money away. Ooh, in the mid lane. Maybe Kake's in a bit of trouble. No, it's fine.
That's a good point.
So now...
Yeah, Cakes is fine. I don't think the mid tower is going to be long for this world, though. Yeah, one Nether Blast and it's gone.
Ooh, some more rotations. And wow, look at the just blasting away here. Laser party right there. And what a nice kinetic field again. And Cakes as well as Railburrows just dropping very low. At least Pudge got a deny off, but it's still a major win for top 5. They've got a tower, they've got 2 kills. They're trading a CM and a Dragon Knight against 2 cores, so that's actually quite okay.
Do you see how much damage that rank 4 Nether Blast did? There were 3 heroes at like full health. 1 Nether Blast, and then they were at half, and then 2 of them died. At least Ryuboris, like you mentioned, was able to get that suicide off, so that's nice. But Pugna, he likes to fight, let's just say that, if he can survive it. And, well, he picks up his mechanism now, so Fly going to be a lot more durable, able to mech up, and then hopefully throw off his life drain. And also Pandago has picked up the mechanism here on the Chen as well.
Yeah, it's just bringing up items, and it's actually quite interesting to see. I mean, Pandago's quite farmed. He didn't help out his team that much. He just pretty much mounted the push on the bottom lane. He's got... he was involved in 3 kills, which is great. But still, he actually just got his farm up, and this is so crucial in the teamfights. A big Chen heal, as well as the mechanism, is gonna be pretty crucial in this teamfight, just because there's so much burst coming out from top 5. Nether Blast, Breathe Fire, just Disruptor Ultimate, Crystal Main Blood. This is insane, so they need it, and they need it bad. And, well, now they got it. And we're gonna see if those teamfights are gonna take a turn right now.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the team fighting and how Swag is gonna maybe want a team fight, but they don't opt to defend their bottom tier 1 tower, and I think it's mainly because Demise here on the Luna doesn't have Eclipse for another 70 seconds, and it looks like they're gonna well, they might be able to get this trade here, the bottom tier 1 for the middle tier 1 of top 5, but top 5 is smoked up. They're heading towards the mid lane. Clockwork is poised on his own high ground, ready to hook in, so big team fight. I'll hand it over to you.
Hook. Just taking down 3, and also big Disruptor Ultimate, catching 2. Rubik on the backline just trying to do something. Nice Fable just going through, but there's just 2 guys already down, and I'm a Sheep Sucks. Oh no, he's actually getting glimpse back. Oh, this is such a disaster for Swag. And looks like everyone just DC'd from the game. Oh, they're coming back. Thank God.
Oh, that was the casters there, yeah. I was going to say, I don't see any players. But Pandago, he didn't have Hand of God going into that fight. He did use the mechanism. I don't know if it would have made much of a difference. That hook in was huge, and then also layering on top the Static Storm here was very, very nicely done.
Yeah.
Ryu, though, looking to kill somebody, will get the target he wants. Crystal Maiden gonna go down. Pudge tests her faith, and she's not worthy.
He's actually getting sent back right now, so he's fine.
I think he wanted that 80 gold. Top 5 was gone, but I'm a Sheep gonna get it. Oh, 40 for it now. What level is that ward? The ward is only level 2 at the moment.
Yeah. Increases that bounty, hashtag value and stuff. So, oh, what is actually Fly going now? He's got 1.6k in the bank. I wouldn't mind seeing a Necromonicon.
I would either say Necro, Ags, or a BKB, and then looking at the other team, I feel like the Ags could potentially be enough. I don't know. I like the Ags. The no cooldown on Life Drain with the range is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, also, Swag is actually lacking a few disables. They have, I mean, they have
Exactly.
Touch, and they have Rubik, and they have, like, a Lunar Beam. Well, that's not that much, and it's all pretty much single target, so... Yeah,
Yeah, likely going to be used on shutting down the DK or picking up the clockwork out of his cogs or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Pudge's hook is also on a 11-second cooldown, so once the hook is missed, you know you can life drain freely.
Yeah. And it's insane just how much life it actually drains and heals you up. I mean, we saw it on top lane, just this clutch turnaround with the life drain, and this is only level 1 life drain, and level 2 life drain is so much better. It's just, it's just pretty crazy.
Yeah, and for right now, I mean, Pugna has, let's see, he just picked up the Ogre Club, so BKB or Axe at this point. Actually, hook on the bottom rune spot. Ryuboru's in trouble, is going to go down, doesn't get the suicide. It's Nor on the clockwork that picks off the Pudge and then picks up the haste. No, they're going to give it to DK.
Yep, pretty smart play here. He's got a bottle, he's fine. And he's actually building into a BKB, and he just needs his Mithril Hammer up. So 1.5k more, and he's got it, and it's going to be quite a quick BKB, and as soon as they got it up, he's gonna have level 11 to boot as well, so no tier 3 will stand in their way if they actually win a team fight, which they very well could be.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of strong push here with that Dragonite, and he's got the haste, so they can get a little reckless with the dive, or they can stick around, he can get out, gonna be hard to bring him down, but I think they're just gonna whittle away at the tower with the dragon damage over time.
The Pudge.
Ryu might be able to hook one, gets clockwork, hard to ult the clockwork though, immediately cancels it, he still goes down, now fighting up the hill, that Nether Blast stolen by I'm a Sheep, doing huge damage to top 5, a nice ultimate, but top 5 has already lost 4, and where is this Dragonite? Let's see, he's got haste, so he's gone, but his team not so lucky.
That was sick. That was so sick, I didn't expect it at all, and actually Ryuboru's just doing his work there. He TP'd to this tower, he went this way, and he just got a hook, and everyone was just clumped up here, right there. So just Timbersaw just doing his thing, pretty much destroying everyone with his ultimate, and the Lunar Eclipse also being deployed, so... Well, great play, and it paid off pretty heavily, and actually just Tier 1 now being taken down by Pretty Boy Swag, and it's pretty much the gold they need, because they were lacking a bit.
Alright, we've got some TPs coming in here. There's Disruptor with Glimpse rank 3, so someone is dying, and it looks like it is going to be Cakes on the Timbersaw. They get him there. Nice cogs to push as well. Cakes is... well, hooking away, should still be dead. Breathe Fire's gonna miss, they get him. It's Clockwork with the rocket. But back to that fight, well, we're gonna have a pause, so now we've got all the time in the world. I think I'm a Sheep on the Rubik, stealing the Nether Blast. Right here, if we go back to where I'm pinging, the Nether Blast right here, I can't draw when it's paused, apparently, was huge. He hit 3 heroes, and I was like, why is a Nether Blast hurting the top 5? I was like, it makes no sense. I was like, oh, Rubik. Like, that was insane.
Yeah, it was actually pretty sick, and, well, it was just perfect play from both I'm a Sheep Sucks as well as Ryuboru's. So, also I'm a Sheep Sucks, he was pretty spot on with all his steals in this game so far. It's not like he's dying or something, he's not finding that much farm as you want him to be, but, well, he's weighing us 4 stuff, and 300 more gold, and then he's got it, and then, well, he's just gonna be a very big nuisance in those team fights, zipping around, forcing himself in any direction he wants to, and just doing work, and this is great Rubik play we're gonna see here in just a bit. Also when there's actually level 2 spell seal up, doesn't have that much of a long cooldown, so we're gonna see how that goes.
Yeah, I think Rubik's a really good pickup when you're faced against some of those really strong pushing lineups that are based around Death Prophet or based around Pugna, because Death Prophet with their slow animations, it's really easy to steal back that exorcism, and then your team fight is immediately just as strong as theirs. And then the same thing with Pugna. It's very easy to steal Nether Blast, and then suddenly that 5v5 fight that they want isn't so great because there's another Nether Blast. So it's a situational hero. If you got a strong Rubik player on your team, you can definitely draft him up.
Yeah, well, good thing is Rubik is also very scalable. In the late game he's still pretty strong just because most of those ultimates actually from the Clockwork are superior magic. If he steals a Dragon form it's also pretty cool, and he's gonna be very, very, you know, scary if he ever steals a Disruptor stuff. I mean, everything is great from a Disruptor except for the Thunderstrike.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, Thunderstrike is great, it's gonna be 400 damage on level 4, but if you get a Glimpse and you're not prepared as top 5 and you know the Glimpse is stolen, you're gonna be in a very hard time getting Glimpse back by your own, pretty much Disruptor. It's sick.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if he steals Glimpse, it's basically a free kill the other way because top 5 is not really going to be thinking about it when anything's happening. Or if they're TPing in aggressively, someone gets sent back. They're just not expecting that Glimpse to be there. They're going to be hurting. I mean, they already weren't expecting another blast, and they lost that team fight pretty badly. And suddenly they're a lot more scared to take engagements. They were dictating the game. Now they're farming their own jungles. They're like, all right, now let's stop. Let's get our BKB up on this Dragon Knight. And we've got Fly, well, 2.6k gold right now with an Ogre Club. Could also be a BKB, could still be the Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, both are reasonable choices, as you said earlier. And now BKB finally up on the DK, so if they would have gotten a BKB up before they pushed, on DK as well as the Pugna, I think the team fight would actually just go in their way, because those two guys are incredibly tanky, 1.4k right now, as well as a lot of armor going to boot. So he doesn't do that much damage, but well, he's got his ultimate for that. And we're gonna see how that
with the cleave now, because
goes.
he's level 11
yeah.
too.
That's sick. And now finally 4-staff on the Rubik. 80-minute 4-staff is pretty sick.
Yeah, you're having a fun support game when you've got that 18-minute 4-staff, and then Chen, of course, sitting on a mech, looks to be going towards a Vlad's, and no, the Necro book comes out. Casual Ogre Club into Necro.
So, I mean, I'm digging it. Like, he's gonna be so tanky. It's just 10 strength, and he's gonna build into a BKB or an X as, well, whatever he decides later on. And for now, the Necro book is actually quite okay. It's gonna be 16 strength as soon as he levels it up. And if you're having level 1 Necro book, the other two levels aren't that far off, so... Ooh,
you can wholly persuade the Necro units still, though, correct? Like, Enchant can enchant them, Chen should be able to wholly persuade them?
Pretty sure you can, but
it says enemy or neutral creep. I'm not entirely sure if that means summoned units. I shouldn't even admit this as a caster, and Chen is one of my favorite heroes, but, you know,
yeah,
whatever. I'm
honest. I have no clue. I'm pretty sure you can. So,
okay, big smoke, though, here from
Invis
top
popped
5.
on the Dragon Knight. Ooh, Rybor is in a lot of trouble. Yeah, getting stunned up, getting clogged up.
That gives away the gank, though. Enough time for Swag to escape, potentially.
Yeah, but Thing is actually only quote-unquote cockstone by Amish Sheepsack, so he doesn't have that big of a teamfight ult. And actually in the meantime, just, wow, look at the tower on the bottom lane, just 800 HP still, and just half HP being taken down by Fly.
Yeah, so basically one more Nether Blast and it's gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Does so much to towers.
Look at that. This is pushing galore. Also imagine if you have like 2 or 3 Necro books up. Oh my god, it's gonna be insane. But actually,
well, they've got one. He's left the units down there, but it's not doing anything. So maybe he doesn't want to feed it. Maybe he hasn't bounded yet. And then DK after that tower just went back top to stop the push. I think he denied the top tier 2 as well.
Yeah, looks
he
like
should
he
have
denied the tower. Yeah, it wasn't chat. So that's great. It just
well done, DK.
All around pretty cool play. Now Shanks for the medallion up. So this is quite nice. You don't have that much physical damage yet, but it's getting there. I mean, DK is building into something now. It has to be.
Looks like they want to go for a Roche here on the side of top 5.
Well, reasonable choice. Well, never mind.
Should be pretty easy once DK gets there. You gotta be scared of, well, maybe not so scared of someone getting hooked out, but a big ultimate here from the Luna and in such a tight space without any other neutrals around could be bad. Does Luna have a BKB? Yeah, she does. 10-second charge there. DK also 10-second, hasn't used his yet either.
Ooh, Necrobook 2 now. And it's getting there. As soon as you have a like level 3 up, those kids, man, they're gonna hurt so hard. Just so annoying. Draining mana all day long. Ooh, and
yeah, it's really, and Pugna so fast with the flash farming. He goes from Necrobook 1 to 3. Once he gets the first one, the second one comes out in like 2 seconds. Or the third one comes out even in 4 seconds. So he's almost there, like 900 gold off.
Yeah, it looks like they're just waiting for it actually. So in the meantime though, Timbersaur's got his Bloodstone up, and this is the point where Timbersaur actually gets kinda scary. He has to be like not getting his charges away and not feeding the charges like randomly. If he gets them up, it's gonna be pretty cool. But, well, he has to win teamfights right now, and you have to snowball with him as soon as you get it up.
Your audio quality on Skype just went down a bit.
Right,
could be a network thing.
Yeah, alright, we just remake the call real quick. Are we... to this test? Hello? Right, I think we should be good now. Are we?
Yeah, I think
Test,
so.
test?
Sounds better.
Alright, cool. Yeah, looks like I had a small spike right there, I think, but well, should be good anyway.
Yeah, it sounds 100% better. And then I noticed I was looking over in the chat. I see Nahaz, the stats man, in the audience. So maybe we could recruit him to throw some stats here for this cast, if he would be interested.
That'd be so sick.
I don't know. Thought I'd throw it out there.
Although sometimes you just want to enjoy some cool Dota. So, well, I'd be down for it, of course. And now game's paused. Wouldn't be a competitive game without some big pauses. And actually, Pandega now pausing. Last time it was Luna, I think. Yeah, Demise just paused there. So,
I gotta ask, and if you don't have the answer, I'll go look it up real fast. Do we know the Dota 2 Lounge betting odds for this game? Top 5 versus PB
I've got it
Swag?
in one tab, just real quick.
For those of you that don't know, this is featured on Dota 2 Lounge, so make sure to check it out. Most of the games, if not all of the games in the playoffs, have been on Dota 2 Lounge, so head over there.
Top 5 are on 37% against PBS 63. So
wow, okay, so top 5 could have that big upset here.
So you're getting 7.2 rares for 4 if you're betting on top 5, and 8.7 keys for 4 keys. So keys are, wow, so you're pretty much doubling your keys if you're betting on top 5.
Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't even read the chat, because then I just get distracted.
Yeah, same, it's... But it's so nice
Twitch
because sometimes...
stat, you know,
yeah, but sometimes people are
like,
like, alright, like, could you put up this and that stat? And then it's actually quite nice, just because, well, you want to give the viewer the best experience. But it's so hard with 2 minutes delay, so... I just cycled through stats.
That's true too. And then Roche, after the pause, we already had top 5 setting up for it. They take it down quickly. They put the Aegis over there onto Fly, actually, here on the Pugna, who's just picked up the Necro 2, has a mech, and now an Aegis, looking to, again, I guess, head top and push down this last outer tier 2 that's remaining. Maybe kill Demise in the process. He's kind of sitting up top. Does have a TP, so could get out. Rocket gonna scout him. Clockwork really wants this hook. The Rocket didn't give vision, though.
Yeah, just a bit off. Could have fished for a blind hook. It doesn't have that long of a cooldown, only 55 seconds, but he's fine for the time being. So, well, that was good. Now everyone into this top lane. Are they mounting a push on this bottom tier 2? Big question. Ooh, Necrobook 3 finally.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they got that Aegis, they've got the Necro 3. They might wait for that to come out. Oh, it already just got delivered. Let's see. Let's check out the gold overall before this goes down. Top 5 is only 1,500 gold ahead, which isn't a lot in XP right now at complete equilibrium. So they lead by 1 kill. Slight gold advantage, but it's anyone's game here at 24 minutes.
Yeah, it's looking pretty cool, I have to say. So, well, top 5, and also they're playing it very carefully, except for this one time where they got like killed in this area. They're playing very cautious and very just disciplined, so no just YOLOing in and doing like interesting quote-unquote gangs where you just end up like trading 2 for 0. So that's great. Although in the meantime, actually Cake's getting a lot of space and he's got his Ogre Club, so he may be looking for a BKB here.
Yeah, for sure. Invisrun bottom, I guess they will probably get their hands on that. Top 5 seems to be dominating most of the map. If we look at the net worth overall, it's Fly, to no surprise, way out front at 11,100. DK at 9,500 gold. Cake's the first net worth hero for Pretty Boy Swag at 8.6. Luna right behind him. Oh, Pudge. Dying to Necros.
That was close.
Like, he's going down really fast, and then I see the Necros just wailing on him. We left off. We got Demise 8.6 tied with Cakes. So they're, you know, falling pretty far behind this Pugna, behind this DK. Not too bad, though. And then there's Ryu Borus, who hasn't... He's 1-5-3. He's had a couple good hooks with top 5 when they're pushing into their towers, which turned around a few team fights. That's why his kills are so even, but not a huge impact. Only 6 stacks in Flesh Heap. He's got a 4-staff and Urn and Boots of Speed. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to push into Pudge, though. If Navi didn't prove that versus, am I even going to forget who it was? Was that Tong Fu?
Yeah, it was Tong Fu.
Yeah.
The game.
And they have the Chen. Of course, it doesn't work anymore, and we shall go cry, but...
Yeah, it actually works with a refresh or something. It's very gimmicky, though. Oh, no, actually it just works with a Wisp and refresh up, I think. So you just
yeah, it still works with
like
Wisp.
hook in the fountain, get TP'd in, hook again, and stuff. It's very hard to pull off now.
Someone will exploit it eventually.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to Tier 4, no doubt about it.
Who is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be great. All those out back for a whole year, and then you just see them and are like pulling your hair out because it always is like so obvious. I mean, Punch 10 works, right? No one ever just did that, pretty much. So
Yeah, it's so risky. I mean, it's high risk, high reward, and Navi pulled it off that time, but never again, it would seem, as we've got top 5 just farming out the enemy jungle, trying to farm both as many lanes as they can as well as their own jungle, the enemy jungle, just deny everything. And are they starting to spread the gold difference here? They are. It's now already grown out to 4,000. They're starting to take the XP lead, but it's still pretty minimal at the moment. Swag, we find them setting up a smoke, looking to push outside their base, catch somebody off, maybe get a tower of their own, but nothing going to happen there.
ooh, maybe Pendago could be in a bit of trouble if there's an actual flare. No, the flare's actually going bottom lane. Just, wow, this is so annoying, just putting down the creep wave
Stack
right
being
in front of
stolen
HP.
here.
Yeah, and this is also something you can do against the Luna, just getting her stacks right now, and then they actually watered it, so they know what's up. Ooh.
Yeah, Luna sitting with a BKB, a Helm of Dominator. Not the best items, but definitely the core items she needs to win that fight now with her rank 2 Eclipse. Gonna be pretty nice. She's starting to fall behind the other carries, though. Even her own Timbersaw is a level above her at 13. DK is 14, so when he gets level 16, he suddenly becomes really, really scary instead of just scary.
Yeah. Well, things with the Timbersaw, you can be so far out and still just farm, farm, farm. You have the Timber Chain, you can just hook away. So hard. Wow, those Necro... Wow! Sheep just getting dropped right there. That was so close. 600
He
magic.
killed the red one.
Actually, 2 damage is so insane.
Never kill the red one.
Yeah, you just don't want to do that at all. And now, Flare just doing something. Yeah, counter pushing with the Flare all game long. This is so annoying and actually pretty well done here by Nor. And he's looking for an Ogre Club. What is he building? BKB or Axe? I wouldn't mind seeing an Axe on him.
Yeah, not only is the Flare great for giving vision, it also can set up your hook, but it's really, really nice for also that global lane control, especially if the other team is lacking big split push like a Nature's Prophet or something like along those lines.
Mm-hmm. But well, for the time being, everyone's just farming up. Age is being reclaimed in 20 seconds. Looks like Dragon Knight is well on his way to the Assault Cuirass. And he's got it in like a few hundred gold, so just 1 or 2 more camps and he's fine for the time being there. So some major minus armor coming out and also big attack speed for the good old Dragon Knight, and he needs it bad.
I was just gonna say Aegis should be gone in like 5 seconds, and well, there it is. Aegis is gone, so Pretty Boy Swag has waited that out. We'll see if they want to get a little more aggressive since they now know the Aegis is down, or if they want to just keep doing what they're doing. They're still in the game, defending in their base, just farming up this Luna, and they're gonna want top 5 to push into the game and force some mistakes out of them.
Yeah, and well, I mean, look at top 5, just taking the jungle over and over again, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see even more gold going their way. Yeah, it looks like it's steadily just growing the way of top 5, and they're just starving Swag out. Pretty nice play there, but you always have this patch to fall back on. If he gets the lucky hook off against well, let's say against the Pugna, or against the DK who can not just BKB up right away, you're gonna have a great time just dropping him out of those fights, and well, top 5 have to be very careful about it.
Well, it looks like we're in store for a big patch based on what some of the other casters are saying at the moment, so there could potentially be a bit of a delay between Game 1 and Game 2, just to keep everyone in the know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
We'll see what happens.
It's expected for this like time of the week to have some downtime on the Dota 2 network, and of course with Steam being DDoSed, it didn't actually really help at all, and some script kiddies just being stupid and stuff. But what do you do? Can't really do anything. And sometime in the week there has to be some maidens get them delicious hats in.
That's true. We do love hats over here. Without Dota 2 Lounge, where would we bet all of our hats away?
Exactly. I mean, countless rares are lost in those games, and it's great just to see chat crying about lost and won rares. Like, I'll keep your rares safe, and it's great. Oh, actually, I'm a
Oh, actually, could be an engagement.
This is actually great for top 5. They're leading with a Dragon Knight. Ooh, but it could be a very nice hook. No?
Dragon Knight that has picked up an Assault Cuirass, by the way, so he's got a lot more offensive ability, also going to help out the push even more, and of course, that item is so effective in how much armor it gives to your whole team. A plate mail per person, or is it a chain mail per person? What is it?
Oh, Nor in a lot of trouble. He's getting Luna beamed up. Ooh, getting a nice 4-stuff up, and he's fine for the time being. They're having double 4-stuff up on Clockwork as well as Disruptor if I'm... Yep, it is actually. So they can pretty much bail out
They got
any...
triple now.
Wow, and here we go. Ooh.
Sheep in trouble. DK goes right for me. Will live with the mech. He's stolen the Dragon Form Eclipse here from the Luna. Demise doing a bit of damage, but the BKB's popped by Fly and the Dragonite. And now she's on the run for it. Has Glimpse already been used? It has not. So here's Disruptor going to bring her back into the Static Storm ultimate. Denies. No, he's sent back from Chen. What a play there. Now we find I'm a Sheep going after the Clockwork along with Ryu Borus. And after that, wow, I don't know how Pretty Boy Swag gets out so unscathed. I guess I do. It's Chen. Pandago sending back Demise. That was quite a play.
Yeah, and he did work there. He healed stuff up. He popped his ult. He actually did a lot of damage with his nuke right there and just doing his thing pretty much. And, well, Vladimir's offering aura. It's also, I mean, 5 armor, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So it's pretty much countering out the Assault Curse minus armor. So you're just getting the plus armor right there. So great play coming out from the Chen. Great item choices overall. And, well, it was just not that bursty of a fight. From top 5, just allowing Chen to send back the Luna.
That's a good point you've made, actually. I mean, I guess we all sort of know it, but maybe don't think about it. If you see the other team picking up an Assault Curious, you're a support, you're poor, you don't really know what to buy to help out your team, try to pick up that Vlad's, and there you go. You're counteracting that negative armor, and it's going to really help the team. It'll help your push, it'll help your fights, your comeback potential, or even just sealing. It's a good early item and late game item.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, you're giving your hard carry the upper hand in those right-click fights. 16% of extra just base damage is pretty crazy actually in the late game if you're stacking that delicious agility. And of course, well, if you're just pushing down the lanes, I mean, it's Shen, right? He wants to take down towers, so if you're giving the lifesteal to the creeps and to your own creeps, it's actually quite huge. So it's a great item overall. The Bezzering is just great in the early lane phases. You can just get the Bezzering and eventually just upgrade it. It's a great item. Very nice item for its value.
Well, we see top 5 not slacking at all with that dire sign, sort of dire advantage. They go right back into the Roshan pit. They take it out. So another 6 minutes of possible starvation for Pretty Boy Swag unless they want to smoke up, which they are now. Try to take a fight against that Aegis or just wait, starve a little while, and see if they can't capitalize on any top 5 mistakes as they try to break into the high ground.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of baiting. But Fly as well as the Dragon Knight are just standing pretty much on top of each other, so... kind of risky play there. But well, they're just falling back. Being content with the stack they're finding there, and this is...
that's like the 5th stack.
Oh, but there's a hook
probably.
by Shank. Oh, Shank. And 4-stuff saving the day again. Nice hook.
Yeah, there definitely are 3 of them there. It's gonna be nice. It's a good item, that 4-stuff. And just to say, I see some people asking in the chat, I don't know if we have addressed it vocally on stream. This is game 1 in a best of 3, so there will be potentially 3 games for you tonight, and, well, here we are, I guess, halfway is a fair assessment. Maybe even 3/4 of the way through game 1.
Yeah, also guys, in case you're like a frequent watcher, check back those boxes. There's 2 boxes, it's getting filled if you win a game, and if you're having 2 boxes filled, so you're gonna win the series. So actually just check out those boxes, you should be seeing it very clearly on stream, my quality should be up quite high, so it should be great. You can't see it in the drafting phase, but it's alright, so just, you know, look up there and then check out which game it is. So now, no points there, so it's the first game.
Very nice. Alright, Pugna's nether creeper, what am I saying? The Necronomicon, they just died, so there's another 30 seconds, but it looks like they're going to try to push without it. They're not too scared. They do have that Aegis once again. They throw it onto the Pugna, so...
Ooh,
wow!
Oh, close.
Maybe the Lucent Beam kind of messed up Rybora's calculations. I don't know, but it should have been a Dead Crystal Maiden. Then again, there is the Triple Force threat from top 5.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you're getting hooked into 5 guys who actually know there's a hook coming, and you're like turning it on voice, there's gonna be a Timber Chain ultimate just flying away, the Chakram doing a lot of damage, as well as some other stuff like a Fate Bolt, so pretty much everyone is dropping, but look at the Dragon Knight, he doesn't even carry, he's now staying up. What a nice Clockwork initiation, Nora getting actually ultimated up. Great play coming up from the Disruptor, pretty much catching anyone, but they're just running out, just using the 4-stuffs, and you can of course just 4-stuff out. Now Pandago's in a lot of trouble, getting stunned up again, just doing a lot of damage here, Nor. He's just founding these hooks, just crazy stuff right there, and ooh, finally the Dragon Knight is going down. Where's the Aegis actually? It's still there. Now it's getting actually triggered, so Ryboros now in the front lines, Still hitting on Nori. He's hating him bad, and Amishi sucks blinking in, force-stuffing himself in. Ooh, sent back. Ugh, catastrophe for top 5. They didn't even get their damage on the tower. 3 guys down.
Damn. I'm a sheep. Sucks. Should put a professional inside of those quote in the parentheses. He had stolen Nether Blast, he's stolen Thunderstrike as we see him with it now. He took Dragon Tail, he got out maybe 1 or 2 Nether Blasts on the whole team fight. He took DK stun, stunned him with it, where then Demise and then Ryu Boros was able to hook, kill the DK. Then he gets the Thunderstrike. Just so much utility coming out of that Rubik. And then he comes into the fight. He didn't even lose HP, he was so far back, and that was just really Pretty Boy swag. Being a solid team, sitting back, and the tower has gone, what, a fourth of the tier 3 tower's HP, and they wiped the team. That's starting to smell. I guess the comeback, they were never that far behind, but they really weren't dictating the game at all.
Sheep Sucks is unhasted, and he's just blinking and getting his stuff done there. BKB now popped on Fly. He could just try to TP out. I'm not too sure why he isn't doing that, and Sheep Sucks actually just stole his ultimate, and ooh, now Fly still on the run. There's no support coming in, and just an easy kill getting picked up there. Hastrun doing work, as well as, of course, the blink deck and the force stuff being picked up by Sheep Sucks. Ooh.
I mean, I don't even know if he can TP. He was half health, and he only has about 1,000, or maybe 1,400. They could probably have just right-clicked him down. Luna with that Lunar Blessing, she's hitting for 250 right now. But a big fight in the middle lane behind the tier 2. Ryu Boros going in pretty deep, popping out his BKB for the Chen send back, and he's gone. Pandago tries to TP himself out, gets glimpsed, it gets cancelled. So he goes down, but it's better the Chen than the Pudge. So there's that. They trail by 2 kills now, top 5, and look to maybe push the mid lane once again. This time without the Aegis.
Yeah, and Pugna is respawning in 10 seconds, so it's not the best of time to push, because, well, this time you don't have your Aegis, and if Ryu Boros just gets those clutch hooks in there, and I don't know, it's kind of hard. Actually, I have to say, those 4 staffs on the side of Swag are spot on. Those just perfect 4-staff usage from Ryu Boros as well as Sheep Sucks. When the Disruptor just put down a great ultimate into 3 guys, but just, well, 4-staffing out everyone, and Luna just popped a BKB and she was fine as well. So the ultimate actually not doing anything in this teamfight, and that's pretty much what lost him it right there. And now everyone just farming up again.
Yeah, and I think the Demise is a pretty good item choice. He goes for the Butterfly. He's got the BKB now, so Nether Blast isn't really going to mess with him too much, if at all, for those 8 seconds that still remain on Luna's BKB. She's also got the Butterfly now, so then DK in his blue dragon form not really going to be able to do too much damage with those right clicks to the Luna. So she's starting to become a threat. She's got the buyback available, so does Cake, so even if top 5 does win a fight on the high ground, it's not a guaranteed tier 3 or racks. There are some buybacks available, and Demise is leading the net worth right now.
Yeah. Although this is somewhat expected from a Luna at this point in the game. She, of course, well, I mean, top 5 did a great job, let's face it, stealing this ancient stack over and over again, just all day long. But, well, just level 4 on the bouncing glaives are just insane to farm up, and you can flash farm pretty much everywhere around the map with the BKB being popped up, and you're still very fast, 380 movement speed, and this is with power treads, not with some face boots or stuff. So great stuff, but it's still kind of expected, and this is how the Luna is actually getting like drafted. You just want her to farm up in these mid stages of the game.
Yeah, she's also a pretty good comeback hero. Sort of like that Gyro when you're just sitting on your high ground, farming. You've got those glaives of wisdom. No, that's Silencer. Moon glaives that can do a lot of damage later on with the big right-click items, which we're getting to after the Butterfly. Maybe we will probably see the Satanic coming out off the Helmet Dominator. Maybe some more right-click later on. If we get there, it looks like we will. I think the next Roche, let's check out that timer. 1 to 3 minutes, we'll see when we get to the inner circle exactly what it's going to be. But for now, it's top 5 on the decline. Swag on the rise. Gold, though, still in top 5's favor. XP, 2,000 advantage, but those aren't big numbers at 40 minutes. It's pretty much dead even.
Yeah, we can safely say it's a very even game. I would maybe even give Pretty Boy Swag a tiny edge just because they defended pretty much all
They've got that
game.
momentum.
Yeah, exactly, and now they're just coming back, and Luna is just getting a farm of 4k now in the bank. And, well, this is exactly what you want to do as Luna, just get your farm up, and as soon as she has got a meta style, I think the fights are actually going to be very scary.
DK does almost have an MKB finished up here.
Ooh, what a nice hook.
200 gold away.
Also very good Glimpse here, just saving him right there. Disruptor, what a play. But oh wow, Glimpse
Oh,
gets
it's
stolen by
stolen.
Sheep Sucks. This guy.
I told you, he's that Rubik player. Rubik and Visage, watch out for I'm a Sheep. And Enchantress. I think those are probably his 3 favorite heroes there to play.
What a player. Just doing work. Oh, now Action Demon has picked up on Dragonite, and this is some... Well, it's some die needed damage.
No, the
actually.
MKB is done. It's coming right now.
Oh,
so
wow.
he can counteract that Butterfly. But his attack speed is going to be a little slower as Cakes has already finished out that Shiva's Guard. And a Satanic is the item pickup for Demise. So Demise is still going to be hard to bring down. Perfect timing on the Satanic as the MKB is just coming out to Dragonite.
Ooh, Fly, just getting stunned up by the Luna. Where's Ryoboros? He's in the mid lane, so he can't really fish for a hook. And this hook play just saving them the game for some time now. And ooh, no, everyone just falling back. PBS on the retreat, and it looks like top 5 are gonna take a pretty nice damage. No, actually, it's kind of far off. They need some time to go this way. Are they committing?
Yeah, it's
though?
pushing to the bottom lane.
It looks like they just want to farm the jungle and be fine with it.
They can sort of go back to Starve Dota, which they were playing very, very well, but after one of that push into the mid lane went very, very poorly, Swag gained that momentum, and they're no longer scared to fight outside the base. They've also picked up humongous teamfight items, the Shiva's Guard, Demise extremely tanky with Satanic now, and well, here they go, they smoke, and they're about to fight quite outside the base.
Oh, someone's getting hooked there for sure. Flies out there.
Wow, Rubik with the play. Glimpse and Fly all the way back. Teamfight ensues. A lot of Shiva's Guard damage going out. Big ultimate by the Disruptor. Another Glimpse. That one on to the Rubik this time. Another Ward doing a bit of damage, but it's going to be Fly who falls to the Luna. The only death besides Chen thus far. Now I'm a Sheep trying to take down Disruptor. He will also fall. Buyback by Fly. Wanted to capitalize on that teamfight win. Even though they've just taken out the 2 supports, Fly buys back. They might be able to push in. Can they get another Glimpse? There it is. Onto Cakes. Brought back. Almost dies for it, does die for it.
Oh, that was hard. And even Crystal Maiden ultimate deployed just because Cakes is so incredibly tanky with his bazillion armor and... I don't know. And he's... Oh, Ryoboros fishing for hook again. There you go. Catches Fly, jams it in, uses his ult, and Fly is gonna take a fall right here. Even Gnor trying to do
very
something.
Nicely done.
Oh, Dragonite.
He tried to force across the river to throw up the cogs, and now we've got Ryu, and again another force. There's a hook onto Demise. DK though in melee form can't do anything. Luna just turning it around Shanks. Lucid Beam should stun enough. There's 8 seconds on the lift, but blinking forward now with the blink force into the body blocks. Shanks, uh-oh. Should go down. One more. Gets him. And I think Fly's buyback, I said earlier to push mid, but it was actually to secure this Roche, which they just lost a team fight right next to. Swag moves in, and now Roche, the 3rd Roche, could be theirs.
Yeah, I mean, they just went from bad to worse for top 5. They looked so great in the early mid game, and now somehow, some way, this PBS mounted a push, and they just got him. Oh, speaking of someone getting, never mind, I just missed that. I'm sorry, stream.
Of someone being got, it was Crystal Maiden. Ryu with another hook. I don't think it landed, but DK is right there walking down the steps. BKB initiated. Still no ultimate. Disruptor, though, with a huge ultimate. Doesn't even matter. Fly CM still on the deck. Did Nor take the Aegis? He didn't. Another hook over the friendly cogs. Nicely done by Ryu. I hear a glimpse, but I don't see it.
It was Timbersaw just getting glimpsed back from the Disruptor. Disruptor would have gone down otherwise, and well, looks like Pretty Boy Swag are now they're on the move, and they're taking down this mid towers, trying to push down this freaking base, which they waited 45 minutes to do so, and it took them a bit, but now they're on pursuit and they're looking pretty hot.
Yeah, they take out the mids here too. Let's see, buybacks. Fly has already bought back, so he can't come into the game. DK doesn't have the money, and Crystal Maiden also can't buy back either, so this could be the Rax potentially. We'll see what they can do. Another hook out by Ryu. Fishing, finds Fly. Fly fishing, if we will.
And now I'm a Sheep Sax still just going in very aggressively, lifting up Nor, and he's just forced to like move away. Look at that Luna just pretty much bringing down everyone, even doing some damage to the tier 4s, and this is just, if you lose the tier 3 against the Luna, you're gonna lose everything in the proximity, which we do like this stuff.
Yeah, which is so different in Dota 1. They actually don't bounce. The buildings are further apart in the base. Interesting to note.
Yeah, well, good old parity. But it's alright, I mean, Luna is pretty much... it's a nice bonus for her.
Yeah, exactly. It does econ structures as well, just tons of gold when you push into the base. And when you're pushing mid, like we just saw, you can put damage on the tier 4s.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And now 2 lanes of Rex. It's gonna stuff everyone out. What a nice hook going again. And actually, Hookshot is gonna miss. Ryubaro is just using his ultimate right there. Nice Disruptor's ultimate is again, but it's just not finding pretty much anyone. Now, well, CM is on the fall as well. Cakes with the BKB activate, just going ham on pretty much everyone. Ryubaro is getting stunned up by the Dragon Knight in the backlines. Is he gonna take a kill? Nope, doesn't look like... Oh, actually Disruptor picking up the kill. But he's gonna take a fall there. Cakes just doing his work. Nor now on the run as well. Oh, are we gonna see a GG soon? I'm pretty sure there's gonna be one.
Listen, beam!
Doesn't even need it.
Right clicks for too much.
Ooh, right.
Luna first problems.
Yeah, first world Luna problems indeed. And
Once she's just beam,
wow,
I right
so
click
mean.
for too much.
She bought a Mental Style in the enemy's fountain, and this is probably the moment when you need to call GG, and this is exactly what we see.
And that is exactly what they've done.
Great game 1, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I mean, I cast top 5 a lot. I wouldn't have placed them at Pretty Boy Swag caliber or Team E-Hug caliber, but they're a quality team. They proved it here. They were dictating the first 30 minutes of this game, so I'm excited for the rest of the series.
Alright, also guys, I'll just mute Skype and stuff and put some music on. I go and update Dota 2, so you won't see that fancy of an overlay because it will bug out. So just stay tuned a bit, and we're gonna be back in like 5 to 10 minutes.
And follow us on Twitter.